didn't.
Holy.
But
I thought I heard you saying that. I'm like,
oh, it's gonna be cool.
look at how happy you are.
Well,
It's so ridiculous to put it on a TDI, but...
Holy Jesus. Oh, okay. Okay, that's heavy. No, but I need 2 inches off the turbo first.
3 inches? What the
That's
hell?
gonna be awesome. I didn't realize it was that big though. I didn't really think about that. Pretty cool. Dang. Yeah, the inside is coated too, so that's perfect. So perfect. Awesome. Very nice. I think you can probably figure out what we're doing today. We're going to be making an exhaust for the truck. This is going to be quite the task actually, because it's really tight everywhere. Around the engine, right off the turbo, there's the starter that's really close, so we need to get the most space from the starter. I don't want that thing red hot all the time. I'm going to start with this pipe here because it's really easy. Straight section from the intake to the exit of the intercooler. But this pipe is, this rubber hose is already stretched out to be like a 2 1/4 or something, or 2 1/8. The 2-inch pipe is perfect for the intake, but I'm going to need to cut this down a bit to get the proper dimension there to get a nice good seal. I want this to be at least 18 inches long. So the plan is to make a little map sensor bung. I'm gonna make it out of this band steel here we got, so this is gonna be fine. I get to chopping. Oh, is that diesel? Pretty nice, eh? Okay, so that's the bar sensor in the little bung that we made, which is just a block of steel. Got it to the right dimension. It's pretty tight, so I'm going to sand it out just a bit more. And I got the O-ring out there to test it and not wreck it too much. Alright, so this is our setup for the map sensor. Holes are tapped and it's ready to be welded onto the pipe. So let's get it welded. Hopefully these beads hold pressure okay. They don't look too bad. They ain't straight, but yeah, no, this should be as good as a rolled bead. So we will see, hopefully. This is the pipe coming off the turbo. I'm using the original boost pipe here, and then kind of elbows up to, it's actually a really small size. It's like a 1.5 up to 2 inch on the intercooler. So yeah, it's looking pretty fine. Just gonna give this turbo flange a grind because it's really rusty, but we got a new gasket for it, which is a big metal crush gasket, so it should be not too bad, even though it's pretty warped now. And then we've got a nice elbow coming off the turbo, this is gonna be a huge help because that's a nice tight bend, so we're gonna need that soon. Alright, so we got the first section figured out. That's the original pipe, but I cut it shorter and on a steeper angle, so it's coming off the turbo there, and it's turning right away as soon as it can to keep at least like a, I don't know, about an inch from the starter solenoid and the starter and the vacuum actuator. So yeah, now we're gonna try to figure out an elbow to go starting from like around here back down, and then in that little notch in the oil pan that I'll show you guys. Alright, so that's where we're at. We got the pipe coming off the turbo up there, and that went pretty well. We're coming into this little indent on the oil pan because the drive shaft is going to be really close. And then we're gonna probably put like a flexi around here so that the twist of the motor doesn't snap the exhaust constantly. And then we're gonna use an elbow going there, and then one of those reducers, well, anyways, opposite of a reducer, to go to our 3-inch, and then 3-inch to the back. So I think I'm gonna, while we're waiting for the flex pipe, we're gonna figure out the 3-inch part of it. Okay, so I had to start doing some pie cuts on this section because it was getting kind of funky. It goes in all sorts of directions. So yeah, and this flex pipe here has to come somewhere here. So I'm gonna weld this up a bit, like just tack it, and we'll see how that works out. Ideally, you're supposed to use like some tape that's way smaller than this. I saw some people using like, I don't know what it's called, but it's like this little transparent green tape, which I guess is as sticky as this stuff, but it's way skinnier, like it's little strips. And that's much nicer because you're not covering all of your potentially weldable surface there. So, okay, so we just taped that last part on, so we're gonna test fit it. To see how that looks, but I think that should be pretty good. Alright, so that's what we got up to. 3-inch by 4 foot, uncut in the middle. So that fit in there pretty nicely. And then before starting to figure out the bend over the axle, I installed the hanger on the muffler. It's pretty free flowing. It's just got like 2 baffles in it, I think. So it's gonna have some good flow, that thing. Wow, so that worked out really nice. I'm really liking the look of this pipe here. It's turned out great, honestly, and it wasn't too big of a deal to make that. So yeah, really happy. I can't wait to see how it sounds. Okay, so this section is going to be fun because I'm out of bends, and we still have to go down and under this cross member, and we can't go over because I'll be just well, first of all, it doesn't fit, but it's also way too close to the shifter lever, so it's gonna be just burning everything off there. So yeah, it's gonna go under here, and it's gonna just be nice and, you know, tight against this cross member. And worst case scenario, it gets smushed a bit, and I don't know, this just shouldn't be that bad. So okay, so I'm gonna chop up a couple pieces of tape so that I can kind of keep my little pieces aligned together. So I'd like to go side, like down, and then towards more of the inside here, so it's got more more space. Go for a bit more here. Okay, so I just wanted to put this elbow on there and see if it fits, well, rather if I can take it off when that's on there. Otherwise I'll have to put the joint closer. Get this guy off. Oh, easy peasy. Yeah, that'll come off easy. Alright. Well, I think I found the sweet spot for wire feed there. These are really coming out pretty clean. There's not too much steel there, and it's not popping through either, so it's really, really liking this actually. It's perfect. This is a really nice piece. So I think this is going to be pretty good. I didn't weld the back section because I wanted to be able to adjust it. Well, I mean, I did weld it, but just only short little weld, so that it's not too big of a pain to recut. But honestly, now that I look at it, I've got really good clearance everywhere around it, so it shouldn't be knocking. But up front, it definitely will be knocking on that sway bar, so we might have to readjust that somehow. Well, I must admit, I thought I was going to muffle the sound a bit more than that. Yeah, I don't know. That seems pretty useless. Sounds pretty good, actually. Don't mind that at all. So that's it for the exhaust and the intercooler piping. I was really hyped to get the turbo boosting, and so yeah, we got it running with the actual turbo hooked up. So I still need to work on the whole vacuum system and whatnot, but you'll be seeing that in the next videos. It's really great to hear that thing start up with the exhaust. I think it's a bit louder than it's supposed to because the back end is not fully welded on. Hopefully it's going to be a bit quieter than that because I want it to be a bit more low profile. I don't want it super loud. So yeah, till next time.